What is up, everyone? Welcome into NBA After Dark. We got Nate Ryan from Kins 5 on the show today. That's in San Antonio, the CBS affiliate. Nod your head if I'm right. I'm right. CBS Sports, Nate Ryan. You can also hear him on the pre- and post-game calls for some of the San Antonio Spurs games.
Select San Antonio Spurs broadcast.
I'm sure he will be making the trip up to Austin at some point for one of the games this season. Make sure that you get the Odd Duck cheeseburger while you're there. Greatest cheeseburger in America, I promise you. But today we're talking Wemby. We're talking whether the Spurs are legit, and now Nate Ryan's talking about his favorite cuisine in Austin.
It's what you said, but I'm not just going to let you disparage my other favorite burger spot. Frazier's in Austin, I think, is the better burger, and it's cheaper too.
It's definitely cheaper. It's $50 for the Odd Duck cheeseburger.
You get 3 burgers at this place, Frazier's in Austin, for the price of 1 at Odd Duck. That's all I'll say about burgers. Let's talk Spurs.
Very much. And McConaughey likes it. Let's talk some San Antonio Spurs, man. They have the Lone Star State in a frenzy right now because they're really freaking good. They are 4-0 right now on the season. Victor Wembanyama looks like a cheat code. Stephon Castle, we know he's super good. Devin Vassel rolls out of bed and gives you 17. You sometimes forget about him, and they don't even have De'Aaron Fox playing or Jeremy Sochan, I believe.
Jeremy
Sohan, damn it, the C. It gets me every time. I'm like, is it Sohan? Is it Sochan?
Mm-hmm.
What about the Spurs so far? Are they legit?
Of course they're legit. I mean, they're 4-0, and they were.
You got to ask the question with how they've been the last few.
They were 5-0 in the preseason. They're 4-0 right now. Victor Wembanyama is added at least 15 pounds of muscle to his frame. He's gotten a little bit taller. They're 100% legit, and this team has been building for this season. It's not like this was a flash in the pan. I mean, the Spurs right now have the second longest playoff drought in the NBA, but for a franchise that doesn't skip steps, this has been a long time coming for them. And it got accelerated when they got the number 2 pick, Dylan Harper. But when you look in the rear view, they've hit on all of their recent draft picks. They've gotten a little lucky, right? The year that they acquired that they lucked out with Victor Wembanyama. But for me, this all started a little over 3 years ago when they traded DeJounte Murray to the Atlanta Hawks for a boatload of draft picks, future capital, and also that was the season that they won the rights to select Victor Wembanyama. It was tough to watch. I had a front row seat. We were starting Romeo Langford on certain given nights.
He's still in the league?
Yeah, I don't believe he is.
Hoosiers, baby.
No disrespect. He was one of the top high school prospects. He was a McDonald's All-American, I'm pretty sure. But that season, I mean, they were starting guys, that aren't in the league anymore. But they won the lottery that year and the rights to select Victor. They got him. Moving forward, then they, took Steph Castle 4th overall. Look at the 3 guys that were taken ahead of him. The Rockets took Reed Shepherd 1 pick ahead of Steph Castle. And Reed Shepherd might pan out. But the Rockets would love to have Stephon Castle right now because they need a point guard. And Castle would fit that billing. But this has been a long time coming for San Antonio. And, this season they've been building for it. And especially now with Wembanyama being in his 3rd year in the league, physically getting better. The guy had a 50-point game when, he was a rookie. He's been good for a very long time. And, this season's been well documented in the works.
De'Aaron Fox has yet to play a game this season. I texted you the other day, and I was like, what are the Spurs going to do with Fox? They got all these guards. Dylan Harper looks like, I was going to say a steal, but you got him at the number 2 pick. He looks as good as advertised. Like, he's day 1 ready. He's a dude.
If you're getting taken 2nd overall, you should.
Yeah. De'Aaron Fox, though. I mean, you're talking about some of the guards that they have. He's one of the better players in this league. Warriors fans saw it firsthand the playoffs a few years back and some of his bigger games. He was leading the Kings team to the point where they weren't afraid to trade Tyrese Halliburton and name De'Aaron Fox that dude. Harper is kind of being groomed to be a dude. Stephon Castle being groomed to be a dude. Is there room for De'Aaron Fox? How's he slide right in?
De'Aaron Fox is still 27 years old. People talk about him, oh, he's been in the league for so long. He's been in the league for so long because it feels like he has, because he was cooped up in Sacramento with a franchise. Literally, he was drafted into a team that hadn't been to the playoffs in nearly 20 years. And on the back of Fox took them to the playoffs, where they obviously lost to the Warriors in that first round series. But that took a lot of work just to drag that franchise out from anonymity into, making the postseason.
Light the beam. Yeah,
exactly.
he lit the beam every night.
The reason he wanted out of Sacramento is because of the coaching changes that they kept making. I mean, if Mike Brown would have stayed as the head coach, Fox probably would have been more content to do it. He's only been an all-star once. He's only played 5 games with Victor Wembanyama. Last season, when he came to the Spurs, he wasn't in 100% health. He had surgery on his pinky finger in the offseason, which he was playing with injured towards the end of last season. Remember, Victor Wembanyama was shut down for the second half of last season with a blood clot in his right shoulder. We've seen how he looks. He's fine. He's healthy. He's ready to go. And De'Aaron Fox, I mean, he could be playing right now. He tweaked his hamstring playing in some pickup games with the Spurs about a month ago. But the team wanted to hold him out. Of course you play De'Aaron Fox when he's healthy. Of course you start him. Of course he's the guy who's bringing the ball up the floor, because he is, if not the fastest, one of the fastest players in the league. He's a guy who notoriously will average over 20 points per game, and you at least have to test him out in that pick and roll offense situation. That is a good thing to have. It is a good problem to have a bunch of guards who, they're all in the similar mold. No, I mean, you've also got guys now, shooters around the wing who have molded their game. I mean, the guy who I think has changed his game, which is the low-key biggest reason for this undefeated start and optimism, is Devin Vassel. Devin Vassel is a guy who, in the past, has been looked to as a guy who should be averaging close to 20 points for the Spurs, right? But that's because they really didn't have anybody else. His three-point percentage shooting is up. He's playing the best defense of his career, and he's giving people an option to kick out to when Wemby draws these double teams in the post, right? You get one of these quick, shifty guards, Castle, Harper, Fox, to beat that first level of defense off the perimeter. The rest of the defense converges. You're going to get a ton of open looks from 3. You just need dudes to knock them down. So you've got him. You got Julian Champagny. Harrison Barnes is doing a good job. Victor, who shot over 400 threes last year and has taken less than 15 through 4 games, he can shoot it as well too. So it's a good problem to have. I can't wait to see it.
Spurs have a ton of horses, and so does Nate Ryan behind his right shoulder. You can check him out on Ken's 5 CBS in San Antonio. Also hosts a podcast with meteorologist Bill Taylor. Shout that out.
Sports oriented. That one is more nonsensical. But if you're bored and on a long drive, it'd be great to check out.
Yeah, for sure. Nate Ryan, check out his work. Follows the Spurs very well. You'll see him on pre and post. And sometimes when the Spurs are playing well, like they are right now, you'll see him on NBA After Dark. Thank you, Nate.
Maybe a couple times a month I might sing karaoke at a couple local spots in SA.
Let's go.